Weeder Green Thumb here with some new updates for the garden. I've been very adamant lately about getting free samples from manufacturers and stuff because, you know, I want to try different products for my garden, but especially with things like nutrients, it's really fucking expensive to buy a nutrient system when all you have on it is hearsay and the information that's given by the producer of that nutrient. You know, you don't have any real world data on how it works. So I called up the owner of Heavy 16, Bryce, and he was cool enough. I told him I was only really interested in trying out the buds. But, you know, after a little bit of poking and prodding, he threw me his sales pitch and said he was going to send me out some samples, and he said he'd send me a liter of each. But I just got the package yesterday, and he sent me 5 liters of stuff. He sent me, you know, Veg A and B, which I haven't had the chance to try yet. Bud A and Bud B, which I did my first application of yesterday, and I can already tell that it's working on my plants. I came in here this morning, and I just noticed a different smell than I was used to, a more floral smell, really just things looking better. And I know it may be that it's just that time of the cycle. We're just starting the 4th week here, so it may be that these strains are just getting to where they smell good, but I'd like to think it was the Heavy 16. So he also sent me a new experimental product that he has dubbed Prime, which is supposed to be an additive. The whole Heavy 16 line is based around the idea of using fewer additives because, as Bryce told me, he was disgusted with the amount of additives that Advanced Nutrients tries to sell to their customers. And, you know, I shared this disgust with him. When I was running Botanicare, I ran, Liquid Karma, Sweet, Silica Blast, CalMag on occasion, and one more. Can't really think of it. Anyway, that's like 5 additives. It's just too much. This is one single additive that's supposed to take the place of Liquid Karma and Sweet. It looks a lot like Liquid Karma when you open the bottle, except there's kind of this granular black stuff in there that looks a little bit like coffee grounds. And the stuff smells a lot like barbecue sauce, to be perfectly honest. It smells very, very sweet and kind of vinegary. So we'll see how that goes. I also went to a booth at my local hydro store. Every week they've been having a barbecue and demo where two manufacturers come by with representatives, and this week it was Natural Industries, which makes Actinovate and Actina Iron. The guy told me they're close partners with Extreme Gardening, which are the makers of Azos and Mycos, which are 2 beneficial products that are they're starting to take hold in the hydroponic market right now. And they also make teas, like compost tea ingredients. So they pretty much sell you like a tea bag that you brew, and then that creates a concentrate which you further water down into, you know, so like 1 tea bag makes 10 gallons of concentrate. Those 10 gallons of concentrate each make each gallon makes another 10 gallons. So each tea bag is like 100 gallons of nutrient mix. So I've heard, but I'm not sure. Let's see what else we got going on here. Roots Organic is going to be replacing the Zoe because Zoe is very limited in what it has. It's got 4 Glomus species and 2 Trichoderma species, and yeah, it says 49% expanded clay. So, you know, I got this free sample, what is this, 1 ounce, and I've been throwing it on clones every now and again when I transplant them into small pots. But I wanted something more comprehensive, and this filled that gap. You know, Great White is like $60 for the same size jar of organism that we have here. And to be honest, Great White only has, as far as I can tell, like a couple more species, which, you know, it didn't seem like a deal breaker, seeing as this was 1/3 of the price. Up here, so the other, I told you I went to the to see the manufacturers there at the hydro store, and so one was this Natural Industries and the other was Easy Clone. You've probably seen them in your local hydro store. They have these clear aeroponic cloners that they have displays of. Well, the real ones aren't clear, as you're probably happy to find out. But yeah, so he gave me his own rooting compound, which seems like a knockoff of Clonex. All it is indole butyric acid and B1 vitamins, thiamine hydrochloride. So it's just Clonex, except it's green. And he also gave me this, which is Clear Res, which you put in your Easy Cloner to stifle bacterial growth and stuff. And honestly, there's nothing special here. All it is hypochlorous acid, which is a lot like chlorine, except it's non-reactive. You know, it's you could put it in your pool if you wanted. So I don't think I'm going to buy any of that product. I may just go to my local laboratory supply store and buy my own hypochlorous acid and make my own solutions. Here's some SM90 that was recommended to try out for powdery mildew. This Actinovate is also for powdery mildew. I don't know which one I'm going to try first. I've heard a lot about SM90. It's used by a lot of people, including Sub-LBC and yeah, just a lot of people. Over here, I wanted to inform everybody of, check this out. This is Dynagrow Protect, and all this really is a potassium silicate. So it's to take the place of Silica Blast. And at the prices that I'm getting it, this is list price $14. And let's see if this still has, yeah, this is list price of $13.92, so $14. And the Dynagrow Protect actually has a higher percentage of silicon, and it also has a lot more information, like 1 teaspoon per gallon is 100 ppms of silicate, it says down here. I know you can't read that because it's a shitty camera and it doesn't want to focus that close, but anyway, I'm going to Dynagrow just because it's more bang for the buck, and I'm all about bang for your buck. And also, I wanted to show you guys this. This is a 12cc syringe with a tip on it like this, and this is what I've been using to mix nutrients. As some of you may or may not know, I don't have an irrigation system, and so I mix my nutrients 1 gallon at a time with using old milk jugs, gallon jugs, water jugs, anything that has a screw top and is a plastic jug, I reuse and mix nutrients in it, which it works for me. But if my garden gets any bigger, I'm gonna have to go to a reservoir just to save time. I'm already spending about 20 to 30 hours a week in here, and honestly, if I want to stay in school, I can't afford to keep hand mixing my nutrients. So anybody that hand mixes newts, I highly recommend this. It makes stuff so easy, and when you have your nutrient in here and you and you depress the thumb, if you push fast enough, it'll actually cavitate in the water, so it's aerating your water as you inject it, and it also will mix as you inject it. So it's not like a slow pour where the nutrient kind of stays together. This basically instantly goes into solution as you push the plunger into your gallon of solution. And yeah, that's all I really had to say. If you guys have any questions about any of the products you see here, please feel free to PM me through the YouTube system, or send me an email at weedergreenthumb@gmail.com. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye.